Rigathi akitoka ng'ambo ati watamshika. Umesikia hiyo? Umesikia hiyo? Tutakubali hiyo maneno? Kenya iko na katiba na mtu ako na uhuru ya kuzungumza. Na tumesema Murkomen, ulisema uliongea na Al-Shabaab kule juu. Wewe enda andikisha statement, wachana na Rigathi. Rais William Samoei Ruto, tunajua wewe ndio unatuma Murkomen, lakini tunakuheshimu. Lakini
kuanzia atoke Kenya kumekuwa na amani tupu. Hakuna mtu akupea watu shilingi 20, fanya hii, choma hii, fanya ile. In fact baada akaekae hapa kwa sababu hapa watu wako juu kidogo, watamuentertain kama comedian. Watamuentertain, wamuite pale nini, wamulie nyama, wampatie kitu mambo hiyo. Muentertain yeye ndio inji yetu iendelee. In fact baada akaekae kwa sababu hakuna mtu alikuwa na chuki na huyo mtu. Kama kuna watu walipigania huyo mtu, mimi ni mmoja wao. Wanalanga ananitusi anasema mimi ni mtu wa standard 3, sijui Faruk ni mtu wa standard 6. No problem, you have no problem. Atujomba jote mtu. Atujokosa akili ya kufanya kazi. Atujokoa wajinga kiasi hiyo. Lakini mimi nataka niombe nyinyi ndugu zangu wa Kenya walio hapa Amerika. Na mimi niko around pia Rigathi kwa Munyoro. Hebu tafuta mkutano mmoja tunasafanya na wao wa Kenya. Wacha hii undaa kuweka watu kwa kona watu wako sijui jamii yako. Hebu tafuta mkutano mmoja hapo. Fanya nationalist kama mimi vile mimi nafanyanga pale kwangu Cosmopolitan.
As of right now, we know now the former deputy president or the opposition leader, Rigathi Gachagua, has made it clear to the people of the Republic of Kenya and to the whole fraternity of President William Ruto, you know what? I am coming back. Your greatest nightmare is coming back. So it's about time you fasten your belt to brace the impact. That is what Rigathi Gachagua said. But now, let's talk about Rigathi Gachagua's homecoming, because that is the topic that has brought me here. Let's talk about the plan by the state. Let's talk about what they are planning for Rigathi Gachagua's return, because Rigathi Gachagua's return is going to be enormous. It is going to be humongous. It is going to be a earth-shattering return that will send the government of President William Ruto to strategizing mode, to the mode of trying to maintain and contain the damage that Rigathi Gachagua is coming to put onto this government. I want to first of all to read the message of Rigathi Gachagua's return, because the man himself has told us that, you know what, it's about time I come back. And he is coming back when he hasn't completed everything that he was doing in the United States, because Gachagua was expected also to travel he was expected to go to the UK, the United Kingdom. Apart from the United Kingdom, Gachagua was also expected to go to Dubai a few days from now. But he himself, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua, has made it clear to the people of the Republic of Kenya that he is not going to go forward with his tour in the United States, for he has some unfinished business that he needs to take care of in the country. And I want to read this loud and clear. He said, I had a very successful and fulfilling visit to the United States of America with serious engagements with Kenyans in diaspora. I regret being unable to visit the scheduled remaining states since I need to get back home to join our DCP party in preparation for the upcoming by-elections in various parts of our country. I am sorry to cut my trip short. My profound apologies to the organizers and Kenyans whom I were to meet. The same has been rescheduled to early next year. I have taken a few days to rest before heading home, and as promised, my itinerary will be made public. I thank the Kenyans in the state for the love, warmth, and hospitality they accorded to us. I salute the organizers and officials of the DCP chapters for superb planning, organization, and meticulous coordination. You are simply the best. God bless you all, and God bless Kenya. Now, that is Gachagua telling us that, you know what, a few days from now, he will be landing in the country. And I tell you, the man is a genius, by the way. Why am I calling him a genius? Rigathi Gachagua has not told you that, you know what, I am coming today. He hasn't said, I'm coming tomorrow. He says, I'm taking a few days to rest, but my itinerary will be made public once I arrive in the country. Let me tell you, Rigathi Gachagua knows that the state has planned a lot for him. And that is why the state sent out Oscar Sudi to the United States. The moment Oscar Sudi arrived in the United States 3-4 days ago, that is when Rigathi Gachagua cut short all his planned meetings in the United States. Akasema aje, I am not going ahead to continue with this because Oscar Sudi had been given a contingent of NIS agents who were deployed with him in the United States. The purpose of their deployment was to counter every narrative that Rigathi Gachagua is going to go ahead to peddle in his said meetings in the United States. So any meeting that was to happen from Juicy for Rigathi Gachagua, it doesn't matter the state. They were supposed to plant in NIS agents in those meetings to ensure that they disrupt the narrative of Rigathi Gachagua. So Rigathi Gachagua, being a man that really is a consumer of the intelligence, because the man has planted agents inside the government of the Republic of Kenya, he received the intel and decided, you know what, it's about time I go back home. I mean, I am not telling them the day I'm going. I have to play with their mind. Rigathi Gachagua can book a ticket ya kurudi Kenya leo. Let me tell you how he is playing these people. He can book a ticket ya kurudi Kenya leo, but I mean, he can book a ticket ya kurudi Kenya leo, expect wakuwa wakimgoja na tiko ya leo, wamgoje na tiko ingine ya book ya kesho kutwa. They are waiting for him, but he can even double book that ticket. And the man will arrive in Kenya when the state is preparing to capture him. Watamsikia kwa Munyoro. Now tell me how you are going to arrest Rigathi Gachagua in Munyoro. Tell me how you are going to arrest him at his current residence. Right now, if there is a man that has outplayed Ruto in his own game, is Rigathi Gachagua. Let me tell you why Rigathi Gachagua is such a genius in playing this game. He learned them from the best. Back in the year 2021, there was a time that when William Ruto was the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya, he was flying to Dubai. And the president knew about that, so Ruto double booked himself. And instead of him flying, he did not fly that day. His security did not know about his movement. So when they left to Dubai, that is when they landed in Dubai, that is when the president was receiving intel. You know what? Your deputy president is out of the country. He is currently in Dubai. The security that was supposed to be with him, yeye mwenyewe, he outplayed and outmaneuvered them. He even went ahead to have meetings where the security were just trying to trace him and they couldn't find him. So that is the card that Rigathi Gachagua is playing right now. The homecoming of Rigathi Gachagua is said to be as that of Matiba in the year 1992. Kenneth Matiba. Remember then Matiba was in solitary. Matiba had been arrested. But when he was released, he went out of the country to fight for what? To fight for multipartyism while he was out of the country. When he came back after multipartyism was won, the homecoming of Matiba was earth-shattering. Are we together? Now, also, the homecoming of Moi Kibaki in 2002. When Kibaki was campaigning for the 2002 general election, he had an accident at Mombasa Road, which affected his legs, and he was taken to the United Kingdom, mostly London, for treatment. When Kibaki was away, the forces that were behind NARC Kenya coalition, led by Martha Karua, Charity Ngilu, Kijana wa Malwa, Raila Odinga, campaigned so energetically for Kibaki. And when the time came for Kibaki to come back from UK to face Moi and his concubines, that is when everybody knew Kibaki is going to become the president of the Republic of Kenya. So that is what Rigathi Gachagua wants. And you have heard the talks that are now being peddled by people like Cleophas Malala, people like MP Onesmus Ngogoyo of Kajiado, People like Jane Kiara of Naivasha. Remember, Kiara was holding a meeting to plan the homecoming of Gachagua before our home was invaded. That's why I'm telling you, once Oscar Sudi touched down in the United States and made a video daring Gachagua to hold a joint meeting with him in the United States, that is when Gachagua knew now they have decided to deploy their hooligans to curb me. So I'm not going to continue with the meetings. I'm not going to continue with the engagement with Kenyans in the United States. I am going to play a counter plan. And the counter plan, and let me tell you, these people would have allowed Gachagua, by the way, to stay in the United States. That's way they would have campaigned in the by-elections that are to come. And they would have at least had some say. Now, they have messed with the wrong dude. They wanted him to come in the country. He is going to give them a nightmare in the said by-elections that are going to happen, and they are going to do nothing, absolutely nothing. Because right now, the United States has Kenya under a binoculars. And the man that is influencing them to have Kenya under binoculars is one Rigathi Gachagua. So tell me, how are they going to, to violate human rights and arrest the opposition leader just for speaking his mind? Eh? With the idiots like Akina Kipchumba Murkomen saying that the BBC documentaries were fake, you wonder, who advises the president? Yeah. Right now, that's what's up. And make sure you subscribe. See you in our next video. Don't forget to subscribe. This is the Kenyan Daily Report. Tell me what you think about Rigathi Gachagua's return.